listening to the Agent Survival Guide podcast, a podcast for today's insurance agents. Informing, educating, empowering, improving the way you do business in an industry that's anything but static. In today's episode, independent versus captive, managing general agent versus general agent, field versus call center. There are different ways you can pursue being an insurance agent, and we can help you decide the best fit for you. We're exploring how field and call center agents differ and why we think being a field agent is the better option for building a career selling health insurance. The advantages of being a field versus call center insurance agent, written by Isabel Vitale. First, let's establish who qualifies as a field or call center agent, and then we can explore the differences between the two. So, what does the job of a call center agent entail? Call center agents are licensed insurance agents who work for call centers. An insurance call center fulfills many customer service functions on top of completing enrollments, responding to callers' queries, and assisting consumers shopping for insurance. They can make outbound calls and receive inbound calls, and they might have a support team directing inbound calls to appropriate channels. Call center insurance agents only ever meet with clients over the phone. Often, but not always, they are captive agents, only selling products from the insurer who employs them. Agencies who represent many carriers can operate call centers, and thus the agents working there would not be limited to one carrier. It depends on who owns the call center. The details of the working relationship between the agent and call center, like pay and employee status, depend on the contract offered by the hiring company. Since call centers serve other functions besides simply selling insurance policies, a call center agent may wear different hats, like serving as a customer service representative. Next, what are the responsibilities of a field insurance agent? As the name suggests, field agents are out in the field meeting with clients. Typically, we think of these agents as completing in-person sales. However, they may also sell over the phone. Any agent not working for a call center falls under the umbrella of field agent. These agents may be independent, representing many carriers, or captive, representing only one. They may work alone or with an agency, such as a field marketing organization. Now, let's clear up some confusion with the term telesales and which type of agent it refers to. Terms like telesales and telephonic sales can cause confusion, since the descriptor can apply to either call center or field agents. However, it is important to note that regulations for how call center and field agents sell over the phone differ. If you just see the term telesales, you cannot assume the type of agent, nor which rules must be followed. Instead of using the word in isolation, we recommend using it in conjunction with the type of agent. For example, a telephonic sales presentation given by a field agent, or a telesale completed by a call center agent. Some insurance agencies may have call centers powered by call center agents and have field agents as well. What are some of the similarities between call center and field agents? Call center and field agents share only a few general and technical similarities. Both kinds of agents must be licensed. Both types endeavor to find a plan that fits the needs of their client, and they both do fulfilling and rewarding work in the process. During the enrollment process over the phone, both kinds of agents must collect scopes of appointment and comply with CMS regulations regarding call recording and third-party marketing organization or TPMO disclaimers. So those are the similarities. What about the differences between call center and field agents? The distinctions between these two types of agents fall on the technical side, with differences in how agents can enroll people over the phone, to the general side, with differences in how agents approach client relationships. We'll start with the technical and move our focus out to the broad. And we'll start with the phone enrollment process. What is actually said and done over the phone during a sale differs between field and call center agents. In general, call center agents must follow more rigid CMS rules, while field agents have more flexibility in how they approach sales. On the field agent's side, enrollments are allowed on outbound calls if made compliantly with an approved enrollment tool and permission to contact. Field agents do not have to use a CMS-approved script, except for the necessary disclaimers as a TPMO. As a field agent, you do not have to read the application verbatim, and you are allowed to provide supplemental information to the client via mail or email prior to the call. Finally, field agents must have an approved electronic signature if enrolled by online enrollment tool, or they may mail the paper enrollment application. Looking on the call center side, enrollments are allowed on inbound calls only. Call center agents must use the CMS-approved script for the entire process. They must also read the application verbatim. And then, when a call center agent is enrolling a client over the phone, no electronic signature is required. A voice-recorded agreement is permissible. As you just heard, the only way that call center agents wield more flexibility than a field agent is in the type of signature required. In the case of call center agents, usually only a voice-recorded agreement is all that's necessary to complete an application. Field agents completing sales over the phone, however, must obtain an approved electronic signature on a digital document through a secure online platform provided by the carrier or a third party like Ritter Insurance Marketing, the link to which can be sent either through email or text message. In all other ways besides the signature, the call center agent must follow more stringent requirements for enrollment. Moving on to our next comparison, let's talk money. How do commissions differ between the two? The question of how commissions differ for call center and field agents gets complicated. Generally, a call center agent falls into one of two categories: a licensed-only agent and a W-2 employee, or a licensed-only agent and a 1099 contractor. A licensed-only agent, or LOA for short, is an agent who assigns their commissions up to another individual or company. That upline may keep a percentage of commission and, in exchange, gives the agent support, structure, and services. The amount of commission, including for renewals, the individual or company pays back to the agent is determined in a contract signed upon hiring. With call centers, the LOA and W-2 combination is most common. Although the agent won't see any commission directly from the carrier, they'll be paid as an employee, usually hourly, and offered a benefits package, predictable work schedule, employee development, assigned leads, and other services. With field agents, the setup is more variable. A field agent could have a similar setup as a call center agent if working with an agency as an LOA and employee or contractor. Or they could work with an agency and not be LOA and see some commission directly from the carrier. And finally, they may not be associated with an agency and see all the commission come to them directly from the carrier. Remember, if an agent of either type is an LOA, then they won't see commission directly from the carrier. Instead, they'll be paid in whatever terms are spelled out in the contract at time of hiring, which is completely up to the call center or agency. Now, you might be asking, who owns the book of business? So let's take a closer look. For a career insurance agent, building a book of business and renewals is a huge part of developing a long-term and sustainable source of income. So it may be important to know if an agent leaves the call center they're working with, whether they'll have the rights to continuing servicing the clients they've written business with before or receive renewals. Do call center agents own their book of business? Maybe, although not usually. It depends on the contract offered by the call center or agency. If an agent leaves the call center, they'll likely need to generate entirely new contracts and should not expect to serve the same client list. Depending on the commission structure, they may also lose renewals on that business if they possessed it in the first place. Now, what about field agents? Do they own their own book of business? If they're working solo, yes. Renewals and the ability to build long-term relationships are key features of being an independent field agent. If they're working with an agency, then perhaps. It all depends on how the agency structures the contract. Generally, if an agent must pay for their own marketing and generate their own leads, they likely own their own book of business. If they don't have to, then the call center or agency might own the book. We covered a lot of comparisons so far, so let's recap the overarching roles and flexibility of each type of agent. The roles of call center and field agents differ. The role of the call center agent is to make the sale. The sale is the beginning and end of the relationship between the agent and client. However, with a field agent, the sale is potentially the beginning of a long-term relationship where the agent can offer more than one sale, service, education, other products, and more. Field agents also have much more flexibility than call center agents. Flexibility in how, where, and when they meet with clients, in earning potential, and in work schedule. On the flip side, call center agents may have a more predictable income, schedule, and benefits, something that might be more attractive over flexibility. As we've mentioned, there are a lot of differences between call center and field agents, and we think being a field agent has more to offer, not only you, but also your clients. If you want to make insurance your career, consider these reasons for becoming a field agent as the more viable option. Fewer restrictions when selling over the phone or remotely. Increased likelihood of owning your own block of business. More earning potential. Set your own schedule and appointments. Meet with your clients in person, virtually, or over the phone. And then finally, the ability to form meaningful, long-term relationships with clients. Forming those long-term relationships with your clients is good for business. You'll also feel like you're making a positive impact in your clients' lives. In addition, forming strong relationships will open doors to cross-selling ancillary products and earning more referrals. As a call center agent, you don't have the same opportunity to form such sustained relationships with clients. At Ritter, it's our job to help field agents. We are committed to helping field agents survive and thrive. Joining Ritter is quick, it's free, and once you have an account, you'll be able to access and use all of our resources, tools, and agent support. Some of Ritter's tools and resources you can expect to enjoy: the Ritter platform for client management and commission tracking, the Medicare Quote Engine for easy online quoting of Medicare Supplement, Medicare Advantage, prescription drug, and final expense plans, Medicareful for streamlined online enrollments with pre-filled applications and simple e-scope and digital signature collection, Call Vault for compliant call recording, simple online contracting, compliance education and help, agency building assistance and training, education, resources, marketing materials, and so much more. Utilizing all of these resources and tools will make you a better equipped and more successful agent. With a better understanding of call center and field agents, we hope you feel more confident in taking the next step of your insurance journey, whether it's to venture forth as a field or call center agent. If you venture forth as a field agent, we would love to accompany you out into the field. We will have links in the notes to get in touch with us here at Ritter. If you have questions about what that looks like or how to get started, please send us an email at asgpodcast@ritterim.com. We hope to hear from you soon. Thanks for listening, and we will see you next episode. The Agent Survival Guide podcast is a production of Ritter Insurance Marketing, an Integrity company. This episode was written by Isabel Vitale. Script adaptation by Tina Lamoureux. Recording and production by me, Sarah Ruppel. Podcast design by Urban Rivera. Artwork by Vivian Zhao. Follow along with our show wherever you like to listen.